Thank you very much, Mr. President. And as we have a number of guests here, as they're gathering up, members, 100 years ago, this building had not yet been built. The population of the city of Los Angeles had not yet hit 1 million. And at that time, in 1923, there was a little rustic part of the San Fernando Valley that was beginning to be developed called Toluca Lake. It was established in 1923 when land developer Isaac Newton transformed a tract of land into a little serene residential oasis at a time when the San Fernando Valley was still almost entirely agricultural. And it was built around a little reservoir, a picturesque lake, after which the community of Toluca Lake is named. As the century evolved and as we entered the golden era of Hollywood, Toluca Lake became a magnet for many of the figures who became iconic to this country's entertainment industry, and others, people like Ronald Reagan, Bob Hope, Bing Crosby, Frank Sinatra, Bonnie Hunt, Walt Disney, and John Wayne all made their homes in Toluca Lake, and it remained, despite the fact that we had such luminaries living there, it remained a quaint community, a community where people knew each other, cared about each other, and preserved the sense of community that Toluca Lake is known for. And that tradition continues today. It continues with many of the leaders who are here who've joined me to mark this centennial. Organizations like the Toluca Lake Homeowners Association, the Toluca Lake Chamber of Commerce, the Toluca Lake Garden Club, the Greater Toluca Lake Neighborhood Council, Toluca Lake Beautification Partners, and others have all been dedicated to maintaining this small corner of the San Fernando Valley as the kind of community that the San Fernando Valley that I was growing up in was known for, where people knew each other, cared about each other, and helped each other, and cared about their communities. So I'm very, very honored to be able to mark this centennial here in our council chambers that have not yet reached its centennial, but will soon. And I'm pleased to recognize some of the leaders that make the Toluca Lake of today the great place that it is. And I'd like to start by introducing Robin Allen from the Toluca Lake Garden Club to say a few words. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Hello. 2023 marks Toluca Lake's 100th anniversary. Imagine a charming little community back in 1923 with only a handful of homes surrounding a beautiful lake. Many of its residents working at the nearby studios, Universal, Disney, and Warner Brothers, who the latter of the two are also celebrating their 100th anniversary. When someone asks if you live in Toluca Lake, your reply might be, I live in the Bing Crosby estate or on Mariota, as everyone knows every street and every house by its rich history. Our residents take pride in their community and are always happy to share stories of their time in Toluca Lake. I'm Robin Allen, the current president of the Toluca Lake Garden Club. Our garden club has been around since 1947, founded by Dorothy Hamilton, along with 5 women who all lived in Toluca Lake. Last month, we honored 51-year member Rose Chimo with a community-led parade to celebrate her 100th birthday. This last spring, we lost a wonderful active member, Marion O'Mara, who lived to be 103. Toluca Lake Garden Club's long history of service to our community has been the pride of our organization in its efforts to beautify Toluca Lake. Over the years, as city restrictions make it harder for our club to plant along Riverside Drive and throughout Toluca Lake, we still found a way to plant beautiful lemon trees in the planters near our local businesses which we water and maintain throughout the year. Thank you to Paul Krekorian and his fabulous staff for helping to support our efforts. We are proud to say we established the annual Toluca Lake Garden Club Richard Dunkel Scholarship Fund for a botany student at Cal State Northridge. As also part of our outreach, we help plant and service gardens at both Toluca Lake and Rio Vista Elementary Schools. One of our members is the new garden ranger, Shelley Zabornak, who teaches 3 classes a week to their students. We donate annually to organizations such as Theodore Payne Foundation, Friends of Griffith Park, and Penny Pines, which replants trees in forest burn areas. We are a small but mighty group who cares about our community and will continue to support Toluca Lake with the work we do. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Robin. Next, I'd like to introduce, to say a few words, Ryan Altoon from the Toluca Lake Beautification Partners. Ryan?
Thank you. Well, Council President, esteemed council members, thank you so much for this time to celebrate the seminal moment in Toluca Lake's history. It's not often when you're able to represent a community that has a 100-year history. And that legacy is deep and rich, as you heard from the names, the notable names, those in aerospace and technology and entertainment, so forth. But it's also those local residents that make Toluca Lake a special place and make it home. I'd like to acknowledge those from Toluca Lake that are with us here today and those who've served our community for so long, like Alice Roth, among others. It's stewards of the community that really make a place special. It's reinvestment, it's reinvigoration, it's connection that makes it what it is today. Toluca Lake Beautification Partners is a group that pulls people together as a Venn diagram of experiences, but also to reinvest back in the community, to make sure that we have a hospitable place for our families that's welcoming and inviting to all. So thank you all for this moment in time. It's a tremendous moment for all of us. Thank you, Council President Krekorian, for all that you do for our community and for your staff that's tirelessly working behind the scenes, among others. It's what makes me a proud Angelino today. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ryan. Thank you, Ryan, very much. Next, I'd like to introduce representing the Greater Toluca Lake Neighborhood Council, Joanne Rivas.
Hi, I'm Joanna Rivas with the Greater Toluca Lake Neighborhood Council. I'm very happy to serve this wonderful community. And I want to thank the council president. I'm excited to say that we have the council president as our representative. And I want to thank your staff. And I want to thank former representatives like Alice who've done so much for this community. And I also want to thank just all the wonderful people, represented here that, Beautification Partners, Garden Club, Chamber of Commerce, all the people that tirelessly give so much time, energy, effort, sometimes on multiple levels to help this community stay the wonderful community that it is, and it's even going to become a better community. So I just wanted to make it brief and thank everyone.
Thank you very much, Joanne. Next, I'd like to introduce representing the Toluca Lake Chamber of Commerce, Eric Garcia. Eric?
Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Shannon. And Nithya, it's nice to see you. I know you're all represented Toluca Lake also, which I appreciate that. She actually came out and did our community cleanups, what we did back in the day. So the chamber was formed in 1939 to support small business and to preserve and enhance Toluca Lake. And we're just excited to be here. On Friday, December 1st, it's our holiday open house. You're all invited. It's a big party. We're going to have a big celebration stage. And all the merchants and businesses are going to give away free stuff. Okay, it's a great way to preserve or I should say, support small local business. So please come out and play. It's Friday night, December 1st from 5 to 9. We hope you all be there. You're all invited. This whole community is there. It's about celebrating. It's about bringing hope. We're going to light up a Christmas tree, and we're going to have a great time. So thank you guys very much for just allowing us to speak on behalf of Toluca Lake. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ryan. And finally, I'd like to introduce Terry Herkner, representing the Toluca Lake Homeowners Association. Terry?
Good morning. First of all, I'd like to thank the LA City Council and the Council President, Paul Krekorian, for honoring Toluca Lake with the proclamation for their 100th, for the Centennial. Toluca Lake has lived a remarkable time located in the entertainment industry, and it's a special place because it was fully embraced by the entertainment business, and the community evolved from there. But there's also 12,000 or more residents who simply consider Toluca Lake the village. It's a place where people care about one another, know one another. It's a place where 4 generations of residents have enjoyed access to a world-class city, as well as a small-town environment where people walk their dogs, they walk to the grocery stores, they say hello to their neighbors, where residents with their children sponsor 4th of July parades, hold neighborhood watch block parties, and a Toluca Lake turkey trot annually that raises funds to support community organizations that protect and serve our communities. So thank you very much for this honor. And I echo Eric, please come visit us on Friday night.
Thank you very much, Terry. Members, we live in a massive city, the second biggest city in America, 4 million people, but really it's an accumulation of communities. It's small communities that recognize the sense of place that we have throughout the city, and I'm very proud that Toluca Lake is celebrating 100 years of that history, of that sense of place and that community identity. But maybe just as important, if not more important than that 100-year history, is to have leaders in a community like those who are standing with me today who make it that way. It doesn't happen by accident. Communities are places that are attractive, that are nice to be in, that are identified as a community because of the effort that community leaders, like in so many of the communities in your districts as well, leaders like these put in. And I'm so proud that the leaders of Toluca Lake are here to celebrate this centennial with us, and I want to thank them, each and every one of them, and all of the representatives of Toluca Lake who are here, for making it the special place that it is. It's really a treasure of the entire city of Los Angeles. So thank you, and happy centennial anniversary. Yeah. And I think someplace we have, okay, very good. Thank you. And with that, I'd like to present, on behalf of the entire City Council of Los Angeles, this resolution recognizing the 100th anniversary of Toluca Lake. Thanks, members, very much.
But before you end, we have a member on the queue, Councilwoman Raman.
Just wanted to take a moment to welcome all of my old friends from Toluca Lake into City Hall. I'm sad that redistricting took away this opportunity for us to be able to celebrate the 100th anniversary of your neighborhood together, but really just wanted to echo Council President Krekorian's words. Toluca Lake is really a special place, and I just want to say, for those of you who don't know it very well, it's so much its own community that it has its own magazine. And I think it's one of the few neighborhoods that has its own dedicated, not just a little newsletter, like a straight-up magazine that is entirely devoted to the comings and goings of Toluca Lake. It really did feel like a world unto itself. And I think as I got to know it during the campaign when I was running, but I got to know it even more when I was the elected representative for that neighborhood. And I think I really learned why you all fight so hard to preserve what you love about Toluca Lake. And it really is a pleasure to see you back here again. Hi, everyone. Thank you, Council President.
Thank you very much, Councilmember Raman, for all the leadership and extraordinary service that you provided to this community as well. And since Alice Roth is here, I think we also have to mention Councilmember Tom LaBonge, who for so many years helped to build the kind of community that Toluca Lake now enjoys. So thank you very much. Thank you, members.
Great, thank you. Congratulations, Toluca Lake, 100 years. May your next century be even better.